はい、赤坊主です。いや、今回はブルーズとやっていきたいと思います。はい。前回負けたということで、今回は勝つ。いつも全部勝つつもりでいますけど、負ける時も結構。やっぱりね、まあそううまいことはいかないです。知らんな。メンツを全員知らん。もっと勉強する必要があるね、これね。
The Chicago Bulls are on the road in this interconference game today.
よっしゃ。やるぞ。おお、なんかかっこいいね。
This is Kevin Harlan. And they're still waiting for the return of Ray Allen to that lineup.
Kevin, you know, he got hurt a few weeks back, and it looks like they're going to have to manage a little while longer without him.
And you got to feel for him because there's nothing worse as a player than having to sit on your bench and watching your team play without you.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Al Farouk Aminu.
Okay.
Horford is out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Meeks in at the 2 spot. Portland on defense. It's a 3-point game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I thought overall, Kevin, it was mostly the defensive effort that hurt them. Just no energy, no purpose.
Steve, I thought they were late on their rotations. They didn't really communicate well, and as a result, they paid for it.
Here is Rose after the made shot from Zach Randolph. Rose dishes to Nene.
Oh, Mr.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Meeks. Burks covering. And here's Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Here's Meeks. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
They got the better of this club both times they saw them last season. I think we're about to find out if they've still got their number.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time, at least.
Rose kicks to Parsons. He dishes it to Burks. Pass to Nene. Got it. Good job in the low post. Nene's got his first points of the game.
Well, Nene is a player who can help you score in a number of ways. Solid jump shooter from the high post. He's also a high-efficiency finisher around the rim. And he can throw down some ferocious dunks.
Well, that was a dynamic two-hand dunk there.
Right in the face of the defender.
That was a tough, gritty finish.
Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans. Here's Gortat. The shot misses. And the Bulls going the other way now. And a capable scorer on the low block.
Yeah, and you can run your offense through him down there because he can get scores. He can force double teams. He's a pretty good passer from the post as well. Those are nice attributes when you're throwing it down inside.
So it's Portland now. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. The 11-footer. Kicks it out to Parsons.
You get.
No good from outside.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far. Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And stolen by Horford. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And that one's good. Beverly.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Gortat. Garnett comes in for Nene. Corey Brewer's checked in for Alec Burks, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Rose. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Hollins is checked in. Bang comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Meeks, and Donald Sloan subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Sloan. Misses from close range.
That was a layup. And you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Now here's Lin. Left side Lin. Nobody near Parsons.
Okay.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Parsons got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Sloan passes to Hardaway. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Lin kicks to Brewer. Dishes it to Parsons. Here's Lin.
これ厳しいか。アウト。よし。まああんまりいいとは言えへん滑り出しやな。まあいいか。よっしゃ。
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Chandler Parsons out there with Garnett. Then it's Corey Brewer. Then it's and it's Lin in at the 1 spot.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Now here's Parsons. His last outing, 16 points for him.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, I mean, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Chandler Parsons, a second-round pick by the Rockets out of Florida back in 2011. Steve, what a find.
Yeah, I mean, from day one, he looked ready to play at the NBA level. I mean, the speed wasn't too much for him. His skill level translated beautifully. And he's improved every season. His three-point shooting is getting better. The ability to do so many things makes him a very effective player.
Here's Lin, following the score by Luol Deng. Left side, Lin. Parsons outside. And Brewer kicks to Parsons. Here's Garnett. Foul call that time, and the Lions will give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they did a great job last year of sharing the ball, pushing the ball in transition, and really spreading out the scoring, and they were very productive as a team.
All right.
He misses the
You can look at a number of areas where the Blazers improved last season. Really an outstanding year all the way around. But one area they still had trouble with was their depth. That's an area they'll look to shore up going forward.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Gortat's checked in for Asher. Burks comes in for Parsons, and it's Rose in for Jeremy Lin. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Derrick Rose has become increasingly deadly with his floater. He developed it earlier on at the park. Rose said, when we used to play in the park, there were no fouls. So that's why I shoot the crazy shots I do. Because I knew I was going to get fouled, but I still got to make the shot. His blacktop creativity is paying off, gentlemen.
Pretty impressive, Doris. Thanks. Nene, he's checked in for Kevin Garnett. Rose dishes to Brewer. Portland, no good that time either. Steve, depth, definitely something Portland didn't feel comfortable with last year. Last in the league in bench minutes played.
And by a wide margin. And not surprisingly, when they were Also last in bench scoring. Hard to tell which caused the other, but certainly they didn't feel as comfortable as they could have, with heavy minutes from their reserves.
Now here's Rose, averaging 12 points a game. The 8-footer. Portland again missing. The Bulls leading by 4. And Beverly kicks to Meeks. Randolph inside. Working on Rose. Randolph can't hit.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
Outside Rose. Here's Burks.
Right.
Offline with his 3.
負けた。
Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Beverly kicks to Aminu. Looks for Randolph, gets it to him. Fades. That doesn't go either for Randolph.
You have to get a hand in his face because that's his range right there.
It's stolen by Aminu. Meeks passes to Randolph. He jams it with authority.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Count the bucket.
なんかどんどん離されてんな、これあかんわ。
1:15 left in the first half. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
It's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
Meeks can't hit.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
なんで
Brewer with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Burks.
いけるか
The three-pointer, no good.
な。入らん。
Not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Here's Meeks. Right now averaging 5 points a game.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Rose. They trail by 6. The jump hook. The shot by Nene. No good.
Tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
外すんかよ。
Here's Beverly. Here's Meeks.
勘弁して。
There's Randolph, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Randolph's got 6.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're
はい、
guaranteed a high quality shot.
後半続きます。
Follow just like he got there.